Well, welcome to the channel, viewers. We're on the run. Good day. Wind's going to come up. Got the day off, heading into Christmas, taking time off. Just work where the money is. Something will come up between now and Christmas. That'll do me. Get to the end. I was speaking to a lady this morning about enmeshment. She had trouble with a father and a son, not her child. She said that when the son was good, the father was good. When the son was bad, the father was bad. And I said to her, yeah, when things were bad, you'd be treated bad. And when things were good, you were noticed. And for some women, just being noticed is enough, even though it's not enough. It's enough. The enmeshments with parents and their children now are next level, and it's undermining the femininity and masculinity of these adult children. They're being groomed to think that in some way they're dependent on their parents, or they're made to have this subconscious fear of what life would be without being dependent on their parents. What life will do to them, what the world will do to them if mummy or daddy's not there. Many of these people have gone out and experimented with the world and had to come back. Got a shock. They've got a fright, and this has really affected them because they've come back to the parent or parents, usually single parent. These are the ones that groom their children and make them dependent on them. Yeah, so they've come back to the parent, and the safety and security that this has provided for them has demotivated them in such a way that why would they want the responsibility of having to pay bills and maintain a house and all that when they can rely on the parent? So it totally demasculates or defeminates these people in such a way as they lose their identity. Their identity becomes the security of the parent, of the income and supply of the parent. It's a serious form of abuse. The parent will complain, but not to the children, adult children. They'll complain behind the parent's back, oh, these children don't do anything, oh, they never help, they never this, they never that. But they're built up of unresolved. They don't have the resolve in their mind or in their heart to be able to restructure or reform the character and the domestic and also career mentality of these people who have come back and just resolve that this is how it's going to be for them, because it all got too hard and nasty out in the big world. They were taught to hate. They were taught to be conceited and sarcastic. They thought they knew everything, but things just didn't go all their way. They make bad choices. They think they're smart and they're no different to a fool. They get into deeper debt. Their habits, their drug addict habits, become worse. They go on medications. They whinge and whine to their mummy or their daddy. These are adult people. They despise people that come along that have made the sacrifices and gone through the pain to make life work for them. They despise that. They don't want anyone like that near the parent, because that'll risk the parent, or make a possibility that the parent could leave and go start another life for themselves without their hangers-on and leeches. So the children become very protective of the parent. There's this psychological, we need to protect each other from this vicious world mentality. And then someone comes along that suits the parent, and by all representation of themselves can produce a reliable and sustainable relationship for them. The children ain't going to go along with that. Oh no, they're going to play up, they're going to sulk, they're going to complain, whinge, whine, attack and vandalize and assassinate the character and personality of the person that they're with. They're going to estrange the parent if need be. They're going to ban the partner from coming to the house. Oh, it's disgraceful. It's disgraceful. The parent will ultimately give in to the safe haven of the children. The children can't let you down. They're of the parent. They're the blood and bone of the parent. So that ain't going to happen. And then the partner, who's the third wheel, is like a wheel that comes off a truck or a car and just spins into the side rail on the road, spins off into the gutter and bounces up off into the bush, or does some kind of carnage and wreckage. Nobody wins. The child ends up dependent on the parent. The parent goes broke trying to support their disabled children, which they've created, which they've made. The siblings fight amongst each other and squabble and argue. It doesn't stop. They attack family members and they complain to whoever they can about whatever they can. The parents' relationships get ruined by the children because the partners won't hang around for the abuse long enough for anything to manifest for the parent. So these people essentially end up back where they started, and they waste your time. That's how these dysfunctions and enmeshments work. It's just all one big waste of time, because nothing gets resolved. That's why these people are the way they are, because nothing gets resolved. There's no resolve. And this is the trouble. It really, if you come along and you meet these people, it's troubling, because all this starts to manifest after you've thought to yourself, well, this could be a good relationship. And the next thing you're in with a whole bunch of infantile,
I was a bit feisty and played the back and forth revenge.
Underdeveloped people. What I've found is that they will try and hang on once it's gone overt. Overt meaning that these problems are out in the open. They get very hostile behind your back once they realise that you're onto the trouble, the hostility that's coming at you from inside the family circle. They begin to deteriorate in their You know, they might come over with a chicken, now they're coming over with a packet of jats or something, or maybe a piece of fruit. You're isolated from there. You're isolated from their place because that'd be too much trouble for the children that are manifesting as a result of the relationship and your energy and vibration. They just can't cope with your lifestyle, the fact that you made right choices, the fact that you are dominating in your life. You have made the right decisions. You are you broke through in your world, and you're coming up to the latter part of your life now, and you just don't want any trouble. You're trying to bring some happiness to the person that you're with, but these children won't let you do it. They're not going to let you do it. They're not going to let you have it. And this goes on and on and on and on until eventually you give in and go, oh, well, that was interesting. I learned from that. You can learn from these things. You learn from it. And you change. You don't want it to ever happen again. You change. You look at things differently. You're not so easy. You're not so compliant. You've been taken for granted. May not be 100% on purpose, but that's what the outcome of it was. It doesn't work. Where there's parent-child enmeshment, you are the third wheel, no different to the wheel that comes flying off a truck, trailer, or a car, bouncing off into the paddock to lay there and remain there. While the car goes on without you.